Hey girl, I am back with another declutter video. I just finished filming this. It went up. It's like, it went up yesterday. Go check it out. I'm going to link it up here. But Juan came in here and was like, okay, Cam is talking a bit too much. I'll take her. Don't worry about it. And I found that like to be the perfect opportunity because I was finishing off that video. And I was like, let me film the next declutter video. All of this is brow products. Like, that's a lot. I have 2 drawers of brow product, and you guys do not want to see my mascara drawer, so we're just gonna get right into it. You guys already know what we're gonna do. I am gonna go back and forthy, and I'm gonna let you know what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping, why, and all that jazz. And I feel like most of it, I'm gonna say maybe in my mind 90% of these brow products are going to go. Let's start it off. I have the Brow Bar by Rima Brow Lights. It's a dual-ended pencil. You have like a matte on one side, and then you have a highlight on the other. I like the idea, I like the concept, but if you guys could see, this matte is too dark for my liking. It matches my skin tone somewhat. It doesn't highlight my brow or like sculpt it in a pretty way. I think if you are deeper than I am in complexion, I think that's gonna work for you. But because it's not like spot on the shade that I would like, which would typically be like a shade lighter than my complexion, I haven't really been using it, so that's basura. By the way, I know you guys like the word basura. The Bravo, it's Bravo by Benefit Cosmetics. I've talked about this before. I'll show you guys here. She's amazing. You twist it up, you apply. It has like little itty bitty like comb hair thingies. See what I'm saying? I know it looks gross, okay, but whatever. Anyway, you like twist it, it comes out the middle, and then you just kind of comb through your brows and she stays put. It actually works for my brows. I don't have to over apply, overdo, but this is something that I would use if I'm having visitors and I don't want to put any makeup on, but I want like my brows to look decent and it doesn't leave them looking shiny or wet looking. The Brow Bar by Rima, the True Glam. Girl, I can't even like pull off this color anymore because my hair is so dark. I love the idea of this, and you can totally multitask these powders into your like your crease of your eye and stuff, but I'm gonna dump her because I haven't used her in forever, and look how nasty she looks already. But this is the kind of shade that I would use for the brows. So had they sent me the dual-ended pencil but with this shade, it would have been amazing. You know what? It kind of is what it is. Basura. The Brow Bar by Rima. It's called the Bad ASS Brow Laminate. You know, if I were to go in just like with a spoolie and then onto my brows, it looks chunky, because again, I don't have really thick brows. I have to like paint them on, and they look chunky, and I end up getting like little white little stuff on my brows, so then I have to work it through even more, and it's a whole thing. So I tend to wet it, but then if I wet it, my brows just kind of look stiff, which I guess is part of the idea. You want them to look stiff and kind of like put, but then eventually they kind of go back to where they're supposed to go, and I haven't found a way to make it work, so basura. The Brow Codes Brow Soap. This is actually really nice. You do have to activate it with water, which makes total sense. And when you go in with a spoolie and kind of go like that, this actually holds my brows really well. So I'm going to keep her. And I've used it. I don't know if you guys are able to see. Like, she's all scraped up and scrunched up and stuff. I use it. I'm keeping her. The ABH clear brow gel. I'm going to dump her because I have the full size. I like this. It does the job. It kind of combs things in place. But again, my brows are so freaking stubborn that I would have to go in once just to kind of sculpt them, fill in my brow, and then they eventually kind of go back to where they're supposed to be. But if I were to go back in on top of whatever brow products I used to fill in my brows, if I were to go right back on top of that, they kind of stay put. They don't stay put the entire day, but they kind of stay put. On the con side, I know I'm keeping her, but there's still a con side. If you over apply and then eventually throughout the day you start kind of like doing one of these and touching your brow, you get little crunchy looking white stuff on your brows. So that's not super sexy. So there's like a healthy in between, but I do like the product. It has a very strong kind of like, what would you call that? It has a strong smell, but I'm gonna keep her. I feel like I'm contradicting myself. Found the Brow Bar by Rima brow filler. It's in ebony and she's still creamy. This is the shade. This is a pomade basically. This is the shade that I would totally use on my brows because it's the shade that would match. By the way, I haven't used this in forever. I'm gonna say in about a year. I forgot I owned her. As you guys are able to see, I actually used to use her a lot. I haven't used her in about a year and she hasn't dried out. So that means she... I just stuck my finger in it. She stays. We're gonna keep her because if the formula is still nice and like doing its thing, she needs to stay. The Brow Trio Pomade in Soft Brown. She smells You guys, I think this went bad. It smells horrible. It stinks. It stinks. Like when you have like sitting water for a really long time, it stinks, but like stronger than that. Okay, she goes in the garbage. Either way, it's not the shade that I would need, but oh my God, she stinks. The One Size Brow Kiki in clear. I'm gonna get rid of her. Why? Because it is a nourishing gel, but it makes my brows feel greasy and oily and weird, and I don't like it. But then I have the Brow Kiki in, what color is this? This is the black brown. I'm keeping her. I don't necessarily love that the brush isn't, like, it's a cone shape, you know? It looked like a cone. So it's not all like one size. I wish it was all one size because my brows are fairly thin. So it's good in the inner corner, and as I'm going this way, just so I have to kind of like maneuver the handle, but it works and it's a good shade for me, so we're keeping her. I have another Brow Bar by Rima product. What are you? This. At first I loved it, and then she dried down so fast, but she's like one of those like micro-filling little thingies. The shade wasn't necessarily where it needed to be either. Look, I'm gonna swatch it right here in between these two. See, so either way I wouldn't be able to use her, but like I really had to press to get, like, see what I'm saying? Like, who does their brows like this? It was just hard. Basura. The One Size Brow Kiki pencil in medium brown. It has like a great undertone, so I can totally use her. We're keeping her. And she's still fairly creamy, so it works. I also have the Imitations pencil by the Brow Code. Deep Dark Brunette. Oh yeah, she stays. Look how deep she is. She's actually darker than the Brow Kiki. And she works. I can use her. Okay, I'm keeping her. Merit Beauty's Brow Pomade. I'm keeping this because it's a great shade. And whenever I don't want to apply anything, I can just kind of like fill my brows in with this product. I really like it. It dries down really fast. And it's just easy to use. The Maybelline Tattoo Brow, I think this expired. It's, oh no, it still worked. Listen, I'm gonna get rid of her because every time I use this, you know, you have to let it sit. It kind of like dries down and it turns into like a little rubber thing, and then you peel back. It does the job. It stains your brows for like 2 to 3 days, but that's if you use an oil-free cleanser for like your brows. But I double cleanse and I use a cleansing balm, so eventually, like, it literally lasts me 1 day and then it's kind of over. I don't have the time or the energy to put like so much effort in to remembering to use a oil-free facial cleanser. So basura, I don't need her. Either way, I tried her. It was nice. We move on. The Brow Trio has sent several of their products. So this here is their brow setting gel. The gel is nice. See, this is the kind of little applicator I like. So I'm gonna keep this. This is a nice gel and it doesn't stink. And then this is their brow wax. Oh God, this is their brow wax. But you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of the wax, even though I like that it comes with a little like comb, because I just ended up getting the Fluff Up Brow Wax by Benefit. And it's essentially the same thing, but I kind of like this formula better because the Brow Codes is a thicker formula, and this Brow Wax by Benefit is a looser formula. I have it on my brows right now, and look, they don't look shiny, they don't look shimmery, it did its thing. I have the Benefit Highbrow. You know, I feel like I don't use this often because of the shade. I need a yellow, like a neutral or like a yellow undertoned one. And this is pink. So basura. This is trash. So this is by the AOA. It's a brow soap. It was $1. I used it for a review, like a trial, and then whatever. I've never revisited her. Basura. I have 2 microfilling pens by Benefit Cosmetics, and they're both the same color. Deep brown. The problem is now I don't have brown hair. I have black hair again, which is my natural hair color, so that wouldn't work. And they're not dry. They're actually a really good like brush, you know what I mean? Really good brush, but it's not my color. Basura. The Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I'm keeping her. I love the applicator. Look at it. It's nice and flat, but she's also flexible, and it has little like hairs. Well, they're not hairs, but like little plastic fiber thingies, so you're able to like comb it through your brow, and then you can use the flat side to flatten it, and when it dries down, you're pretty much good to go. I know this is a travel size. The full size is in my bathroom because whenever I have to do like 2-minute makeup, I just like comb it through my brows and I move on. I have 2 of the Precisely My Brows by Benefit Cosmetics. One is a travel and the other one is a full size. This one is in gray. I used to use gray a lot. Oh God. But I feel like this one Even though it would still work, it's so rough at this point, it's dried down. It doesn't work anymore. The formula has gotten tough. I've had it for quite some while, like some time. I just haven't thrown it out. So basura. And I don't need it because I just ended up getting a new one in the shade. What shade are you? In the shade number 6. And it's like my go-to color. It's like a cool black. That's what I have on my brows actually. And then I have it in number 3. This is when I was a blonde. And believe it or not, I did bleach my hair and it was a whole thing. It was a phase. Oh God, I broke the tip. It's nice and taupey, but we don't need her. The Brow Codes pomade in soft brown. I don't have brown hair anymore. Okay, basura. Notice how I'm trying not to think about it. I'm just trying to get it done because if I think about it too much, it'll never happen. I have 3 of the Give Me Brow Pluses. One is a mini. It's in number 3. This is from when I was a blonde. I don't know why I still have this. Basura. And then I have 2 in number 5. This is the shade that I use now. It adds a little bit of like a dark gray cast onto the brow hair without making it look too harsh. So this is one of those things that I would apply and kind of like deepen my brow a little bit. I just didn't know why I had 2, and now I know. One is new, the other one's dried out. So you know the one that's dry is basura, right? Legendary Brows by Charlotte Tilbury. I love her. I'm keeping her. Mine is in black brown. This is an amazing applicator. Look how itty bitty tiny this is. Love her. It is a wonderful shade. Let me try to. It is a wonderful shade. Oh God. Can't you see? I hope you guys can see that. Brow Bar Barbima's little like clear gel basura. It's so tiny. Charlotte Tilbury's pencil. This is their brow lift for brunettes. This is a black brown. I love this. I'm keeping her because it's great. And it's a brown, but it has a gray undertone. So the more you apply, the deeper it looks. I love her. We're keeping her. $1 billion Brows Brow Gel. Girl, I got so much gunk stuck to this packaging, so I know it's trash, and I haven't used her in like forever. It's a really thick gel too. I know you guys got these too. I have another one. Why? And they're like 2 different packagings. I don't know. Basura. Thick It Stick It by NYX. I bought this. I don't love it. I'm gonna chuck her. It has fibers, so I like the idea of the fibers, but the applicator, like this wand, is way too thick for my liking, especially when I'm trying to apply fibers in certain areas. I would love for them to do like a much slimmer applicator like the one that Charlotte Tilbury has. I think that it would work most because if you have really thick brows, then you don't need fibers, right? You just need to kind of like maybe sculpt them and add a little bit of color. So this would be fine for someone with thick brows, but when you have very thin brows and you're just trying to make them look fuller, why use such a thick applicator? That doesn't make any sense. So she's basura. Plus this color just, it's brunette. Brunette? No, mija. This is too light. It made my brows look brown. The Flow Racist Pencil. I've reviewed this several times here on my channel already. You guys already know. I love her. She's staying. I love the formula. I love the color. It's like the perfect gray undertone. We're keeping her. I don't know why I have a Brow Wiz by Anastasia, but it's like a tiny sample. Basura. The ABH pomade in dark brown. Basura. Why? Well, it is brown. A, B. I forgot I even owned it. So what's the point? I'm just gonna get rid of her. I'm sure we'll get way more like brow products and stuff like that in beauty boxes. Then I have in warm blonde. Why do I still have this? The Hourglass Arch Pencil. Why do I still have this? I'm not blonde. Maybe deep down I don't want to let go of my blonde phase. Yeah, basura. $1 billion Brows Pencil. This is the Brows On Point in Le Shade. I don't know. I think this is their universal. We got it like in BoxyCharm. A lot of these things we got in BoxyCharm. Listen, I completely forgot this existed. Basura. And then I have the Bella Pierre Pencil in Cocoa. I think this one I got in PR, but she's dry, like it's kind of hard and I have to press. Basura. I have another Anastasia Beverly Hills, but this is a brow definer. Oh my goodness. Look, look, nothing's happening. See? Yeah, she's dry. Basura. Either way, it's not my color. Ofra Cosmetics Eyebrow Pencil. This is in Universal. You know what? I think I'm gonna chuck her because I'm really pressing in. I've had this for quite some time. I know it's over. I can't believe I'm getting rid of it. The Rowan Pencil. This is in medium. Medium. Why do I still have a medium? Yeah, she's getting kind of tough. And it tickles. Brow Bar Barima's pencil. This one. I don't know the shade. It's in dark. It just says dark. Okay, the tip broke. Basura. You know, I've had these for quite some time, so of course they're gonna get like a little on the hard side. I have the brow pomade in number 5 by Benefit Cosmetics. I'm gonna keep her. 5 or 6 are my go-to colors. It's deep enough, and I like the packaging because once you dip in, you don't have to go on the back of the cap and remove excess product off of your brush. They provided like a little flat area here for you to do that with. So I'm gonna keep her. The ABH Brow Freeze, you guys, this freaking thing. I ran out, I bought it, and I didn't love it. Okay, I don't love it. I don't love it. I know a lot of people hyped it up. I just don't love it. So I ended up using it and still use it as edge control. So we're keeping this so that we can finish it off as edge control. And then we have the e.l.f. Brow Lift. The formulas are very similar to the ABH one, but the e.l.f. formula is way better. My brows like actually work with this. Like this works with me. So being that I have like really stubborn brows, it says something when an affordable product works way better than a more expensive one. That's why I haven't used this on my edges, because it actually freaking works on my brows. And then last but not least, I know you guys have seen this a lot, and I'm not traumatized, but like I'll never forget this product. This is the Kaboom in the shade number 6 by Benefit. I remember doing one of these and reviewing it, and I had gotten this for free, but still, and I was saying how this is so annoying. I wish the handle was like much longer. Like, you know, I don't see myself with like my carpal tunnel. You see me using it, right? I don't see myself with my carpal tunnel really being able to use this all the freaking time. And then you guys were like, you do know that the cap is a handle and technically you're supposed to clip it. No, I didn't know that, and I felt really dumb afterwards, but look at that. I mean, I just applied a little bit in my sparse areas and it did the trick. She's still good. I love her. I'm keeping her. You guys saw how full it was. Look, they're empty now. I'm gonna go wipe them down real quick. I am so proud. We did really good. We went from this to just the one drawer, and it's not even 100% full. That's amazing. And then these are all the products that are going in the trash. You guys have no idea how grateful I am that you're holding me accountable and saying, okay, I can't wait for the next declutter, because that's the only reason why I'm still decluttering. Otherwise, I would have stalled on it even more. Now, the next category, I'm not sure. I think we're going to do mascaras. I am stalling for the eyeshadow palettes because eyeshadow palettes are like my heart, you know? So I feel like we'll do foundation. We'll probably do concealer. We'll probably do blushes and bronzers and that kind of stuff. Of course, mascaras. And then we'll see when I get to, oh my God, I started stuttering because of eyeshadow palette. We'll see when we get to eyeshadow palettes. But for now, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Make sure you check out yesterday's video where I created this look. I know you guys are really gonna enjoy recreating it. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.